Our next presenter is Adam Spaley from the Department of Public Policy, working with advisor Jeremy Moulton. And the topic of his project, the title is Beyond the Bottom Line, Do Economic Development Incentives Support Equitable Development? Adams.
In 2017, Amazon announced a search for a location for its second headquarters in a city in the United States, promising 50,000 jobs. Over 200 cities submitted proposals, and many of those included promises of low-cost loans, grants, tax cuts, free land, or other assistance and perks that we collectively refer to as economic development incentives. These are used ubiquitously, over 95% of state and local governments, and the price tag could total as much as $90 billion per year. A lot of research focuses on whether development incentives create economic growth. I argue this is asking the wrong question. We shouldn't be concerned on growth, but rather the impact on the well-being of individuals and whether this growth is equitable. For instance, if jobs come to your community, do they actually raise your wages? Do they help people who don't have jobs move to employment? To answer this question, I had to get creative. And I looked at counties that had received or where distribution centers were built that created 600-700 jobs in a small county. Compared to counterfactual counties, I did see increases in employment and population, but I did not see increases in annual wages. Moreover, unemployment dropped only temporarily, and the effect was very modest. I'm also very concerned with the impact of incentives on property prices. Property prices are a key way which incentives can impact inequality, benefiting affluent homeowners while renters could be displaced. To do so, I looked at property prices directly before and after incentives were announced, and I found a 3% jump in cases where a lot of jobs were promised within a 20-minute commuting radius. Moreover, there was a lot of variation between cases, which suggested that the hypothesis that these caused gentrification was very possible. This is novel estimates that have never been produced before. So at the end of all this, we have to ask ourselves, are incentives actually creating equitable growth, or are they just benefiting the rich? In the case of New York City, they were very concerned about the impacts of property prices and gentrification. After winning HQ2, people in New York banded together and they rejected the incentives package and retracted it. And Amazon, instead of locating here, located all the way over in Manhattan. My research suggests that communities across the country can use different evaluative frameworks and informed by new empirical findings can better inform whether incentives are the right answer for their community or whether other investments that create equitable growth